Hi everyone, I hope everybody is doing well. I don't know if you hear, it's a little bit low right now on the noise scale. I guess you're using a different machine, but it'll get loud in about a couple minutes. They have been drilling and using heavy machinery. I see bulldozers, like all sorts of stuff out there since 8 a.m. And I'm praying to God, I don't want to be a hater or anything, that this isn't going to be an everyday thing. Number one, it's really annoying for the readings, and I don't want to just think about myself. But for those of you that don't know, if you're new here, I live, not that it matters, but just to explain, I live in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Moved here a year and a half ago, but I'm from New Jersey, right? Where I live, as I know a lot of you have mentioned kind of like my apartment, what it's like. I live in an apartment, and then behind it, there's a forest, which is like, I love it. Because a lot of wind and breeze comes through there because it's like untouched land. There's no obstruction. And then I woke up to these bulldozers and stuff, and I'm like, why would they be tearing down trees out there? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, don't tell me that they're going to build another building. And if that's the case, this is going to take forever. So I'm going to actually find out why they're doing all that work, because I can't think of another reason why they would, unless they're building a building. And if that's the case, they're going to be disturbing the peace for quite some time. And I'm not sure that anybody was notified of that. But I had every intention on right now dedicating like a good hour plus to the energy. And there just keeps on being blockage after blockage. And that's part of the energy already. I'm a medium for those of you that are new. It's just blockage after blockage, because I physically cannot focus on going into the energy and every single card when there is this massive drilling going on. And I have the door closed. Like, let's see if I open the door if it's louder. I don't know if the device picks it up as much as I'm picking it up, but it's really distracting. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm an ADHD person, okay? And I'm not just using that as like a cute term. I actually struggle with those kind of symptoms. So it really takes away from the experience. So, I'm going to see if I can get the energy, because lately I've been my circadian rhythm at like 9:30 p.m. I don't even have the energy to even watch Netflix, do anything. I'm done. I'm shot. I am snoring. Can't even get up from the bed. 9:30 p.m. every single night. And I don't know if I can try to switch my circadian rhythm so I can like have quiet peace time where I can focus on doing this, because this is too much. Guys, we finally got the deck, my favorite deck. That's why I put it out here. Someone donated it. My dog ate it a while ago. I haven't used this deck on this channel in a long time. Here it is. I'm going to put it here every time I have a new deck that I'm going to use, even though it's not new. I just haven't used it in a while. I put it on the table. I'm channeling right now. I'm going to try to get into a little trance here. And that was a long intro, but I'm sorry. It's harder for me to get into the flow when it's like this. I'm trying my best for you guys. I'm not rambling at this point, just letting you know that I'm a medium. I see visions of the cards, etc. before I pull them. So that's what you're going to hear me doing. If you hear me spit out the names of cards, etc., that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to just keep this short. This is going to be a short message for today. And then I'll see what I can do tonight. Okay? I'll see if I can make it happen. I'm seeing the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, the self-imposed imprisonment of your mind. In the traditional tarot, it shows somebody blindfolded. I don't remember what the image of that is. The images in this deck are too complex to even memorize, even if you tried to. But I know in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, it usually depicts somebody that is standing with a blindfold around their eyes, with 8 swords surrounding their body. Swords signify the mind, the intellect, your thoughts, and communication. The key word is self-imposed imprisonment of your mind, meaning you're in a jail because of your own thoughts, because of your own limiting beliefs, things that tell you that you're not capable of doing something, things that tell you that you cannot succeed in this because of that. I can't be with this person because of this. I can't move here because of this situation. That would never happen to somebody like me because of my past. I don't see that in my future because I don't have the capacity to do something like that. You're good at that. I'm not good at that. I could never change my career right now because I'm already in so deep. What am I going to do? Spend all this money and go back to school? I am so bad with my finances at this point. I don't even know how I'm going to fix it. Like, I'm just going to avoid it all, keep myself in a blindfold and just be paralyzed and not handle anything and not come up with steps to handle it. Right now, I'm just channeling so many examples. There's a whole big collective of you of how that can resonate. I saw that card very clearly, okay? And as soon as I channeled that, isn't that interesting? Wow. The drilling stopped. Is it their lunchtime? Don't you love it? Don't you love how the divine doesn't play? Like, they make things happen. Everything is an omen. Everything is a sign. My jaw drops every time. Like, the moment I stop that channeling, it just stops. Because it's part of the energy. And I know they're not done. There's no way they're just going to stop. Because it was exactly as I was saying. I was channeling all of the ways that you can be in a self-imposed imprisonment of your mind. It's all the noise, all the chatter that goes on around you. Speaking, all those voices limiting you. And as soon as I stopped it, what'd you get? Peace and quiet. Now I hear men singing. They are on their lunch break. And they're singing at the top of their lungs. At least they're having a great time. Now I saw the Four of Swords, which is rest, meditation. The divine's trying to speak to you, honey. Okay? You're blocking yourself from a blessing. And it's all in your mind. I don't see it as the Nine of Swords, though. The Nine of Swords is anxiety, overthinking. I see you getting into that energy sometimes, right? But it's more like a defeat energy. Five of Cups. Underlying melancholy. Five of Cups could be crying over spilled milk. Could be regret. It could be, but it doesn't have to be full-blown depression to the point where you don't want to live. It can be a low-grade depression. Sometimes you can have high-functioning depression. You don't even know it. It could be apathy. That's the word I just got. Apathy. Somebody that's just cold. I just saw the King, Queen of Swords. Cold. You're not a cold person in general, but there is something about your passion that is dead. Okay? Like, you're just 9 to 5, maybe, going to the job. You're not really happy there, but you feel like you can't really change it. You can't really make a difference. You can't, at this point, what are you going to do? You need to make more money, but you can't really think about how, you can't really find ways to do so. And you're kind of apathetic. You're starting to maybe lose, I guess you can say lose hope, but I'm getting like lose a desire, lose interest in things that used to interest you. The divine's seeing that. And they brought you here for a quick message today to push you out of that energy. That's the devil. I saw the devil card trying to take over and keep you in a hanged man, which I just saw that card, state, stuck. I saw the Wheel of Fortune, but your destiny's supposed to be different. But all your limiting beliefs are holding you back. Who told you you can't make money doing something else? Who told you you can't change your career? Who told you you can't have that relationship? I don't know whose energy I'm channeling, but listen. You take this as it resonates. I always say every reading, I'm going to turn on the air conditioner talk. Every reading is an intuitive exercise. Right now, I'm channeling somebody's thoughts. This happens. I'm tapped into somebody. This could be, if it's not you, if it's somebody that you're dealing with romantically or was, this is what they're thinking. But the energy is still connected to you somehow, so I'm picking up on it. I know that that is not the first card that flipped out, but I'm not surprised because that's what they do on this channel. That's the Eight of Swords. At least now we know what it looks like in this deck. Divine never disappoints. I'm going to give you an example of what I mean by the Eight of Swords by using myself, and it's not for validation. It's to give you an example of the Eight of Swords. I'm a medium, but I'm not God. Okay? I have the visions of the cards. I always spit them out. But I'm still human. Sometimes, things are fuzzy. But what if I didn't have the confidence that I do? There's an element of my humanity as a human being, of confidence that I have to share, knowing that I'm fuzzy and knowing I could be wrong, because sometimes it's fuzzy, of sharing my visions anyway, not giving a damn if they come out or not, if I'm going to be wrong, if I'm going to be embarrassed. That's why I feel like a lot of times, whether maybe they can, not a lot of people can have visions like that. Okay, not for validation, I just can. It's one of my clairs. There's a lot of people though that can, but they don't have the confidence to say, hey, I have a vision of this, before they pull the cards. Why? Because they have the layer of their ego that's like, I'm afraid to say that because then what if it doesn't come out and then it's embarrassed? I don't care. I don't care. Right? That would be a limiting belief. And I understand that the reason that I'm able to tap in with accuracy, the way that I'm able to tap into the divine, is because I trust in them 100%. It's because I surrender to them. It's because I'm getting my ego out of the way. It's because I don't care if I'm wrong. It's because if I'm wrong, I'll say, hey, I'm a human. Right? But I know that if I have a vision in my mind, I know it's coming from the divine. I know it's spiritual, so I trust in that. And I blindly just say what I actually see. I blindly do it as a human being blindly, but I'm not blind at all. I'm actually sharing what I really see, which is your true eyes. Your true eyes are from within. I hope that you understand what I'm saying. There's no part of me that says don't share your vision because, it's going to look bad on YouTube. I don't give a F. I'm telling you what I see, and I trust in that. And that's why the divine, because I have that trust in them, they make it happen. I don't make this happen. They make this happen. And you know how they make this happen? Because they're here manipulating the cards. You just don't see it. They work in terms of vibration, okay? When I surrender to that degree, and I'm not talking about myself, this is going to make sense for you in your reading. Trust me, okay? Just trust me. Just wait. This is how it works. And this is how it works for you too, because everyone has the capacity to connect to the divine. The divine's trying to give you a message. You're not listening. That's why they showed me the Four of Swords and the Eight of Swords. They want you, they're freaking trying to talk to you and you're not listening. But we are like, I used to give this example all the time, like Nokia cell phones connecting to 6 million, those old school Nokia cell phones from 2003, connecting to 600,000 G speed. What happens when you connect to that? It's like the phone freaking explodes. The battery can't handle it. It's a lot of, it's a lot. But you get a lot of information. That's what it's like when I connect to the divine. Okay. And it's like a vibration, but their vibration is so fast that we don't see it. So the reason that this is exhausting, right? I have to raise my vibration. They have to meet me in the middle. I have to raise my, and I already mastered this. That's why I can give you the visions. I already know exactly the vibration I have to reach to so that they can connect to me with their 6,000 G speed that my Nokia processor, my body, my human body would not. Because I don't just walk around having visions, guys. It's when I put the intention into it. I want you to know that. Right? They boom, right there. Like I said, if it's 500,000 G speed, what does it mean? There's no downloading time. So it's like they give me all these files. That's what a download is. All these files of information at the same time. Boom. I just got the vision. Right? You know what the process of raising my vibration is for me to connect with them and for them to do this is surrendering and trusting. Yeah, that's it. Like having that shameless confidence that they are talking to you, that it's not your mind. Like removing the blockage of saying, I believe, I know I have a vision, it's you. And I know that I'm capable of having a vision of the cards before they came out. I know that I have the capacity. So boom, here it is. That confidence in that determination is what makes things happen, is what makes this happen. Apply that to your life. They're talking to you, but you have all these limiting beliefs like, no, I can't, there's no way. Then it's not going to happen. So what happens is when I connect to them, and I raise my vibration, their actual vibration, like it's a physical phenomenon. They vibrate, but they're so fast our eyes can't perceive it. They vibrate the cards. That's why they have the cards come out, okay? That we spoke about on camera. 6 of Wands, public, for everyone to see. That's what the 6 of Wands is. I did channel the Hanged Man. There it is. But you're stuck. Understand that? I know I just went off on a tangent. You're not believing. The divine's here is basically shaking someone today. That's what this message is. They're like shaking. You're not believing in yourself. You're not believing in your power. You're not surrendering to the divine. You are keeping yourself stuck. This is suspended in action. You have a bag over your head here. And you have blindfold over your eyes here with these mountains. You feel like these mountains are unsurpassable. You just keep yourself stuck. Meanwhile, the divine is trying to bless you. There's a magic 8 ball up here. Around dark clouds, which is like dark energy, meaning like when you have these ideas of this new career, you want to make money, you want to open a YouTube channel, you want to do this, you want to pursue this connection, whatever this case may be. I know this is for someone. You take it away as like you push it aside like that's some magic 8 ball shit. Excuse my language. That's just me and my fantasy thinking with my little magic 8 ball. It's not possible for me. Boom, you keep yourself stuck. Oh my God. Don't you hear the divine's talking to you? No. The divine wants you to meditate. Listen. For some of you, this is in relation to just life in general and not knowing how to create a connection with someone. But for some of you, this is about career. Honestly, listen, this is the channeled message today, so I gotta follow. Especially if the first card is this. And like I said, if this is about love, this is what's in someone else's mind. You're in a rut. Maybe they're in a rut. What exactly is gonna change if you keep going to the same job every single day, doing the same thing, coming home exhausted, and coming home exhausted, coming home exhausted? But you're like, I'm almost 40 or I'm this. I can't change my career now. I was a teacher for a long time and I opened a YouTube channel and look at what I'm doing. The only thing that's blocking you from doing anything that you feel that you enjoy is your limiting beliefs and your lack mentality. You're afraid of not looking stupid. You're afraid of things failing. So what? Let's say if you open an Etsy shop and it doesn't work out. that's gonna lead you to try something else. Something will stick. If it's about money, if it's about career, there are billions of dollars out in the universe. We don't have access to it, but we do. We need to know where to find it. Money is out there. We need to know where to find it, though. And as long as society has trained you to have limiting beliefs so that you don't attract it, you can find it. Even if you don't become a millionaire, you can attract freedom if you want to work for yourself. I'm not just sometimes like, and when I, every reading is different in the tone of voice I'm even speaking in. It's like a channeled message, right? You're getting ideas. Let's say you want to open a book, you want to write a book, you want to open a channel, you want to apply for a new job, you don't know how to go back to school for something. For some of you, this is about starting, for whoever this resonates, starting a new career. For some of you, it's about moving. Like, how can I uproot my life now and just go somewhere? I'm so sick of being here. Hey, I did it. I came on vacation to the Dominican Republic with a child, single mother. And I did exactly that. I said, with 2 weeks notice, and I know a lot of people can't do that. I'm giving you my example. I said, I'm staying because I trusted everything works out. And I know that I'm wild. In terms of society, I am wild. In terms of how society would view like a normal, like people making decisions, I'm crazy. Because I make decisions like this. But for some way, somehow it always works out for me. How is that? Because I have this crazy trust that the divine just got me. And then they do. And I struggled here and there, and then it worked out. You're keeping yourself in a prison. You need more money, go drive an Uber. Just an example. But this is, do stuff that'll lead you at least. I'm not saying that that's what you need to do, but something to put you in the mindset of a hustler's mindset. Go and do something. Start a project. Open a channel. If it's about love, speak your freaking emotions. Stop saying, I can't have this, I can't do this, I'm too this, I'm too that. Go to therapy. Be determined. You feel like your health is not good? Get on that diet that the doctor recommended. Drink more water. You have control over these things. I did channel some kind of 5 of Cups energy, some kind of apathy. The apathy comes from giving up on life way too early. You're meant to have more success and freedom. You don't need to look at other people's life and be jealous of it. There is enough light from the sun for everybody. And one thing the divine wants to say, don't follow your passions. That's bullshit. That's a scam. I know that sounds crazy. You're like, what? No, don't follow your passions. Don't follow your passions. Follow your gift. That one will stick with you. Follow your gift. Why is that one more important than saying follow your passions? Because when I say don't follow your passions, follow your gift, it forces you to do a couple of things. Number one, recognize that you're gifted, which means you have to kind of go against what the society hasn't brainwashed all of us. Yeah, the society doesn't outright say you're not gifted, but society did create something like the masses and created the idea that being gifted is for very few people. You know why? Because that's power. Because what it truly means to be gifted is power in an area. It's your divinity. And the truth is, everybody is gifted at something. God put everybody on this earth with a gift. And because you're doing the same thing every day or whatever, you are not tapped into yourself. So you're not even recognizing what that is. You're not giving yourself the credit You're too busy giving the credit to everyone else, to your bosses, to this person, to that person. For example, I have a lot of passions. If someone said follow my passion, I wouldn't really know what to do. This is one of my passions, but I have a lot of passions. People have a lot of passions. But you know what my gift is? It's not mediumship. It is. Obviously, this is a gift, you know, in terms of what a gift means. But you know what I'm also gifted in? Words. I know I like to speak. I like to talk. Because you could be an introverted medium, and then what? Right? But I like to talk. So my gift is the ability, is not just the mediumship. My gift is the ability to be able to speak on what I have visions of in the first place. Because what if I didn't speak well? What if I was not good in forming sentences and I still had the same capacity? I had visions, I was tapped in, I was, you know, I'm a medium, I'm connecting to the other side, but I couldn't convey the messages. Because my gift is what I'm doing, is being in front of a device on camera and speaking. And I knew that from an early age because I won the storytelling contest and for all 5 boroughs of New York City when I lived in Manhattan at 7 years old. I won the title. Right? Because I like to speak. I'm very passionate about my personal gift as a medium. And I use my ability to speak to share that with others. I can share the same message like, hey, can you just don't get in your head. And that's it. It'll be like, okay, thanks. Right? What are you gifted at? You're gifted at something. Everyone's gifted at something. And it doesn't have to be a trade. At something, whatever that is, follow it. You could be gifted at organizing. You could be gifted at making people smile. You could be gifted at making children smile. Hey, boom, what can you do with that? You can start a kid party business where you are the entertainment. Put on a freaking costume. I bet you didn't think about that. Never woke up saying, I want to be dressed as Peppa Pig going to a party. But your gift is knowing what makes kids smile. And now you just created yourself a business because you're gifted at that. And that shows. You're gifted at reading people. Right? Maybe you could be a counselor of some sort. Find a way to do it on your own. You're gifted at picking clothes out from a thrift shop. But that could be a passion, right? But let's say you're gifted at seeing color and picking stuff out. Open up a store. So people that just go after passions, oh, I'm passionate about wine. I'm passionate about this. They only go so far, you know? But the passions are like a byproduct of the gift. There's a gift behind that. Maybe the gift is that you know how to, you're not afraid to speak to people. And you're using your passion, using your gift. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to figure out what your gift is. And that's very important because finding your gift is connecting to God. It's connecting to the divinity. You're going to then, it's going to open up a lot of doors for you because it's going to connect you to source. Because source put you here with something. And in order to find that out, you have to connect with that source energy, and you're not going to be so dead on the inside, on the outside. The way society forces us to be. That's why it's such a demonic fucking society these days. And I'm sorry that this is the kind of reading that I have going on today. But this is the message that they're sharing with me today. Somebody needs to just stop. And the only way that you're even going to find what your gift is and just do something is by not being embarrassed. The embarrassment of failing and feeling like you're stuck, you can't do anything else, comes from the programming, from the limiting belief that stops us from recognizing that we're gifted in the first place, because live in a capitalistic society that just wants you to work like sheep. That's why. Okay? So the divine's here to say less complaining and more doing. More trying. Free yourself a little bit. Write a cookbook. Open a channel. Right? I had someone the other day, I was like, why don't you open a YouTube channel? She's like, well, you have a skill, you have an ability, so it's easy for you. I was like, there's literally people that are not ashamed to shake their ass on camera and making thousands and thousands of dollars to shake their ass. Really? Really? Because that's not what it's about. Because those people's gifts are not being ashamed of being stupid. They put laughs on people's faces. That's their gift. That's why. It's not about your passion, it's about your gift. Their gift is being that ridiculously confident. That's what I need you to do. And this goes, and listen, this could be in relation, if this is not applying to you right now, someone in your life is going through this. And I'm sorry if it seems like a rant. Hey, some readings are like that. If there's drilling in the background right now, this is the best. This is what came out today. And there's drilling in the background right now. Ooh, hold on. Wasn't ready. Let me shuffle a couple of times. But I mean, those two cards I channeled, that was really the message. Sometimes I'm just divinely guided to share these messages. Sometimes they come out in car chat. Those little car chats I post sometimes. Sometimes they come out in readings. Sometimes the divine just has to wake someone up, even if it's just for one person. I know this reached whoever it needed to reach. Okay? Nothing is going to change by you just sitting there. God. Now we have the Two of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Swords in this deck. So interesting. There's heartbreak here. There's heartbreak. The Page of Pentacles could be an offer of an apology. But, you know, it's interesting that in this deck, the heartbreak card, the Three of Swords, shows an apple, but it's also with the same blindfold. Even the apple has a blindfold. I'm getting that image as like somebody feels heartbreak or sorrow about something, but they're just holding it together while everything burns. And if it's about finances, see the Page of Pentacles here. I mean, look at this image. Sitting there with it. This is so vulgar. First of all, it has a mustache. I don't know what it is, but there's like pentacles coming out of the crotch area, vajay area. There's pentacles underneath the chair. There's a skull, and she has a tail, a devil tail, or I don't know what it is, to be honest. With the same, with the heartbreak on her chest. The Two of Wands, and there's two people. The Two of Wands is having a vision for the future. Someone's having difficulty having a vision for the future. Being able to have a vision for the future. This could be, if this is about someone that's like a single parent like me, you know, she has a mustache, she's a woman, you feel like you have to be the man or the woman all the time. Maybe you're burdened financially here. And you don't know what to do next. Or if it's somebody that you were dealing with romantically, they just feel like they don't know how they could ever. Yeah, see, because now we have an Emperor here. And I did channel the Queen of Swords. Didn't I say King and Queen of Swords? And look, they're here together. Wow. Yeah, I did have a vision of it. There it is. And here's the Emperor. Whoever's in masculine energy. Oh my God. She's here with a blindfold. The Queen of Swords could be very cold. But she's still standing like a queen. She's blindfolded, but she has a little sword and a big sword. Like, I'm ready to slay all these demons. I don't care. I got you. Meanwhile, the King of Swords, which is supposed to be the one of masculine energy, he has a blindfold on and he's just stabbing his heart. So he's the one. So it's whoever's in masculine energy is the one that has heart pain right now, lying on a pool of blood. But what's interesting is she only has one crown. He has two. He has stars around it. And she has demons she's slaying all by herself. I did give the message. This could be because the King and the Queen of Swords are usually divorcees or the only ones that are single in this deck. So usually when you get a pair, they're like together. But when you get the King and Queen of Swords together, the King and Queen of Swords are the only ones that are not together. Okay? So these people have had relationships in the past, but they've gone through their fair share of life. He's just there in a puddle of blood. He's stabbing himself. So he could be the one with the apathy, feeling like, I just have heart pain because I don't know how to make anything right. I don't know how to have a connection. I don't know how to add to this person's life. This could be someone that sees that you are a strong feminine that plays a masculine and a feminine role. You have it all together. Okay, so they think, or more than that, maybe they feel like they don't have anything to offer you, you know? So therefore, they don't even attempt to try to make a plan for the future, right? Because they see you there, even though you're blindfolded, slaying all these demons, and they feel like they're incapable of that. But you know, this message is for the masculine, with the Emperor here. What they don't know is that they have two crowns, and the feminine only has one. This person has a rainbow behind them, and that's the message that I got. It's like the divine's trying to speak to this person, giving them ideas to get out of their rut so they can have the life they've always wanted, financially, spiritually, romantically. But they choose to just be, they're the ones they choose to just be in a self-imposed imprisonment of their mind and just lay there on their knees, okay, instead of being an emperor and taking charge. And they're not listening to the divinity, you know, the divine, what the divine is saying to them. I didn't know that the device was cutting off the images. There it is. They weren't listening. Like the divine's back here trying to show them what their gift is so that they can make money, more money, have more of a financial standing, or be able to create something solid. And they have a very big lack mentality. And you know how I know that this message is for the masculine? Number one, we have the Emperor. For whatever reason, the Emperor in this particular deck literally looks like the devil to me, okay? But the Queen of Swords is just there being masculine and feminine, slaying demons by herself. And here, you know, again, you know, by herself. But here, the masculine, he has his passion under the ground. And he has a pentacle under the ground. This is the King of Swords. There is no reason why there should be pentacles here, meaning money. But he has one under the ground, meaning it's hidden. He's having trouble. This person doesn't, this is somebody that wants to be in your life, doesn't even know how to add to it. So they just either destroy your, or like self-destruct or sabotage or whatever. Or they want to come back around and make a plan, but they don't even know how because they see you being more masculine and feminine than them. Like both. Like they see you in your power. Like they see you taking on two roles, basically. They don't even know how to add into your life. Maybe this person has a job they really don't like, financial issues, but the divine is trying to speak to them, telling them that there's a way out, and they're not listening. Everything that we said in the beginning, I don't have to say it. That's what it is. Tell me more. Like, literally. It's for someone. Because there is someone in your life, you don't even know how much of a factor this is. I don't think that it was spoken. You don't know how much of a factor this is. Two of Cups is a relationship. This is somebody that's wanted to form a relationship with you. But the Five of Pentacles is the lack mentality. They don't know how to add to your life, so they just don't come forward. The Five of Pentacles is financial lack, especially in this deck in particular. It could be being left out in the cold, but look at the image of this deck. We can't hide it. The image in this deck shows the Five Pentacles in teardrops, crying, okay, being burned. Like, I have nothing to offer this person. The house upside down, okay? My house is upside down. I don't know. But look what's growing. Devil horns all over their face. And what's the devil represent? All of the blockages that we were talking about. This person's stuck in a lack mentality. and there's a clash because here you are overcompensating in masculine and feminine energy trying to get stuff done. This person feels like they can't, they don't know how to add to that. This could be for some of you. And the reality is, this is just an emperor that hasn't stepped into his power. Doesn't mean they're not successful. This person could be making 6 figures for all you know. But they're meant to make a lot more. They don't realize. They have a self-defeating attitude about relationships, about all of that. You know, I'm going to keep this light because I have to go. What do you want to say about this? The 9 of Cups. Which is wish fulfillment and things being fruitful. Done. Oh, because I channeled this and it didn't come out. There's the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords is supposed to show somebody meditating, going within to hear the divine. Because divine knows I have to go. But look at that. And this deck, what kind of image is this? It's so crazy. It's like, it's a hand being chopped into pieces. But I'm going to take it as a hand, as in like labor, right? Like feeling like you're not capable. And then there's all this dark energy around. The divine's asking you, or is pushing this other person to go within to see the light and believe in themselves a little bit more. Somebody needs to, whatever this is worth, I'm not sure. I feel like this is so, that's why I need to do one of those full readings. Do you understand? I need to do one of those full readings, but I with the freaking drilling, I can't. I'm going to see if I can tonight. If I can, I'm going to find some quiet time. I have to. Because this isn't something, I'm not ready to let this reading go. But number one, I have to go pick up my daughter now. Seeing this? If this is not your situation, they're telling you what they're putting this person through right now, the divine. They're trying to guide them to their power. This person is is not very tapped into their power. And you're probably in a situation where you're overcompensating. There's no balance here. There's that 4 of Swords. Whatever the case may be, because I have to go, the divine's leaving us in a place to say, go into the 4 of Swords, go into meditation and thought, whatever you get in your mind, the divine's talking to you, and get at it. Like, you need to be confident and just do it. I didn't open this channel thinking about money, okay? I did it because I loved it and I needed an outlet. Look at where it came. Because you can tell that I loved it. And I wasn't ashamed. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody for like the first 7 months of my channel that I opened it, because I knew that there were going to be people like, are you sure that's what you're doing? Huh? Nope. It has to be you. Everything we said in the beginning, you and your confidence in you. And then this is what's going to happen. Brand new beginning, stable beginning. Financially, this pentacle has a tear, but it's still a big ass pentacle, okay? This is tears of joy. Tears of joy with the Lover's card. This is in relation somehow. I feel like I have to dissect this more, and I'm sorry that I can't. I want you to put the pieces together here. This is going to be a little open-ended. This is related to you and also related to a love connection somehow. But I don't have time to put it all together. Hold on. I just fell. Because it's really deep. Because how is this Lover's card? Look, there's this person which looks like he looks very apathetic, like I said, like a lot of apathy, like he's lost. And he's in a jail outfit. Right? Like feels stuck. This person, this is a Lover's card, which is love, but this is there's so much imagery of whoever's in the feminine energy having 2 heads and 2 personas. Heavy. It's like, oh, but I'm getting it as like you overcompensating for something, because this masculine is the one that needs some guiding here, but you do too. for a new beginning. But either way, there's a very big omen of a connection forming here, even though you don't think it's possible, or this person doesn't think it's possible. The divine's trying to guide them to see that. There's the Four of Wands, which is home and family. This is very interesting. I feel like this is open-ended, but the message is too powerful for me to just like stop it and restart later. Love and light, you guys. I hope that you took something out of this. Love you guys.